pleasing? Are you actually exhausting yourself just to make everyone else comfortable while your own dreams collect dust? How many times have you said yes when your spirit is screaming no? How often have you reshaped your goals, your opinions, and your personality just to avoid disappointing other people? Here's the truth. Every time you abandoned your priorities to maintain approval, you quietly postpone your future. It's time to break that cycle. My dear students, this is Life Wisdom with Dr. T, a place where healing meets growth and becoming begins. We're going to begin by looking at the healing cost of people pleasing. People pleasing doesn't start as a weakness. It usually begins as a survival, a way for you to get through certain challenges. At some point, you learned that approval equals safety, praise equals worth, and you even also learned that maybe conflict equals danger. And so what happened? You adapted. You became agreeable, helpful, available, and reliable. But somewhere along the way, your own dreams became negotiable. And your exhaustion, that was the receipt of doing those things. Why do we usually crave validation? Our brains are wired for belonging. Thousands of years ago, rejection meant isolation, and isolation meant danger. So today, even small disapproval may feel threatening. And that's why we fear being misunderstood. We fear being labeled selfish. We fear losing relationships. We fear disappointing family members. And in order to avoid doing that, we shrink. We shrink not because we lack ambitions, but because we fear judgment. But here's the shift. Judgment is uncomfortable, and regret is even devastating. Think about this. You want to pursue something creative, maybe content creation, design, music, entrepreneurship, something that inspires you, you're passionate about. But people around you say, in quote, that's risky. Be realistic. You can't do that. Choose something stable. That's not going to pay your bills. You will never be able to be somebody with doing that. So you nod and you choose the safe path. But every day, you feel slightly disconnected from yourself. That disconnection grows every day. Until one day, you realize you built a life that looks responsible but doesn't feel alive. That's the cost of chronic approval seeking. Many of us have fallen into that trap of seeking approval, of conforming to what our society or our family desire. We're no longer following our passions. But my dear young people, I would challenge you, dare to follow your passion. The radical truth of self-assertion is when you dare follow your passion. Self-assertion isn't aggression. It's simply clarity. It is simply you saying, this content creation or business entrepreneurship matters to me. It is simply you saying, I respect your opinion, but I choose differently. I'm very passionate about this content creation or this job I want to start. I really want to do it. It is simply you saying, I can disappoint you and still respect you. When you stop treating your ambitions as optional, everything will shift. Your time will become intentional. Your energy becomes protected, and your directions become even clearer. Energy drains of over availability. Every unnecessary yes will cost you. So over availability will drain your energy, and every unnecessary yes will cost you focus. It will cost you time. It will cost your creativity and even your emotional bandwidth. And here's the uncomfortable reality that many of our young people face. People who benefit from your constant availability may resist your boundaries. Growth will disrupt dynamics, but boundaries don't destroy healthy relationships. They reveal unhealthy ones. So remember that. How to break out of the validation cycle, your tendency to always say yes. Here are some steps to follow. Step 1, pause before you agree. Instead of automatically saying yes, say, let me think about it. I'll come back to you in a few hours or tomorrow or in a week or in a month time. Let me think about it. Create space between request and response. The space will build control. It allows you to think through whatever you are being asked to do before you agree. So it is very important. In order to break the validation cycle, pause before you agree. Think about it for a little bit and then come back and let them know what you think. Step 2, clarify your top priorities. What matters to you most? If you don't define your dreams clearly, other people will fill your schedule for you. Ask yourself the following questions. What am I building this year? What deserves protection? What deserves my time? Your goals need an appointment too. Don't forget your top priorities. What matters to you most? That will help you break those validation cycles. The third step is to redefine selfish. What does selfish mean to you? Selfish is harming others for personal gains. That's the general definition of selfish. Harming others for personal gain. But prioritizing your dream is stewardship. It's not selfish. Choosing yourself is not being selfish. You cannot give your best to the world if you abandon your own purpose. So you need to be able to really understand what selfish means and understand that prioritizing your dreams is not being selfish. It's actually being a stewardship of yourself. The fourth step is to turn fear of judgment into fuel. Every time someone doubts you, ask the question, is this fear protecting me or limiting me? Criticism can sharpen you. It doesn't have to shrink you. So do not be afraid of judgment. Rather, use those judgments that people throw at you as fuel to keep you going, to keep you focused, to keep pursuing your dreams. Building boundaries that protect purpose. Boundaries are not walls. They are simply filters. They protect you from time. They protect you from emotional energy draining. They protect your creative focus. And they also protect your mental health. Simple boundaries would look something like saying to people who are trying to overuse your time, I can't commit to this right now. I have other things to do. Or you may say, that doesn't really align with my goals. I'm not very passionate about that, so I don't think I want to take that upon myself. Or you can even say, I'm focusing on something important right now. Maybe I'll look at it later when I'm done with this. You don't owe long explanations for protecting your future. You just need to be kind and to say no when something does not truly align with your goals. Shift your identity from pleaser to leader. I will repeat that again. It is important to shift your identity from pleaser to leader. People pleasing would ask questions like, how can I avoid upsetting others? Self-leaders would ask questions like, how can I stay aligned with who I am becoming? You don't stop caring about people. You stop sacrificing yourself to keep peace. That's the difference between a pleaser and a leader. So my dear young people, my students, you were not designed to live on standby for other people's comfort. Your dreams are not hobbies. They are responsibilities. The moment you stop treating your ambitions as optional is the moment your life begins to move forward. You can be kind without being compliant. You can be supportive without being self-sacrificing. You can be respectful without being silent. Say yes to your future, even if it means someone else hears no. I hope you enjoyed this reflection today. If you did, please don't forget to like and share and subscribe and come back for more.